Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 and welcome to the new moon in Gemini live stream. This is covering our new moon, our beautiful new moon happening Friday, May 22nd, 2020, 10:38 a.m. Pacific time in 2 degrees Gemini. How is everybody? Hello, Mondo. Hey, C. Hey, Monica. Hey, everybody. I feel like I haven't been live in a while. It feels like I've been away for so long. This is a pretty straightforward, hey Chris, hey everybody. It's a pretty straightforward lunation. I mean, it's very, very simple. It's interesting because it's very, very simple, yet within that simplicity, there actually is so much more. And it's because of Neptune. I made it like 50 seconds before I want to just like dive right in. Hey Cap Emperor, hello, hello, hello everybody. Dragon Emperor, hello. It's interesting because this Gemini new moon is heralding kind of this lunation cycle where we just came off these 3 supermoons like back to back to back. And then this full moon is going to be the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius at 15 degrees Sagittarius. So it's like, it's just like one something after another after another after another. I'm just gonna dive right in. We can always play it back. Okay, so what I have written down here as far as like the headline for this new moon in Gemini: channel responsibly and let yourself grow. Okay, channel responsibly, let yourself grow. That I know that doesn't sound anything like Gemini and anything having to do with Gemini. I hope everyone has their tea and their Scooby snacks. Cheers. Cheers. Okay, diving right in. The first aspect I'm going to talk about, and I'm just going to tell you what it is just in case anyone's interested. I'm not going to spend too long on that part of it. Moon square Mars. So this new moon in Gemini is in a very tense relationship, a tense connection with Mars. So the square aspect is basically a relationship that is filled with tension between 2 sources of energy. So we have this new moon in Gemini, 2 degrees Gemini, in a 90-degree angle, a very tough aspect or relationship with Mars in 6 degrees of Pisces. So what I'm actually feeling with this particular square is that it's really draining. I mean, like really, 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 really draining. So look at where Pisces is in your chart, because that could be where the draining happens. That Piscean placement where that 6 degrees Mars is in your chart, that's the energetic signature, the stamp, the imprint of what could be very draining over the next couple of weeks until we get to this lunar eclipse, okay? Now, because it's connecting with the Gemini moon, the Gemini sun, there's that duality, there's that duplicity. So I feel like this Neptunian Piscean drain through Mars, actually, it could be through multiple different channels, multiple different sources that are all draining you at the same time. Or it could be this really slow burn of a drain where it's like, slowly over time, you just get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And then you're just like all your energy's gone. And you're like, what happened? Where did that happen? Oh, hey, Sarah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like Wednesday Addams today. My little Wednesday dress. It's really, really, I love the collar. I really want more things with like little white collars and little bow ties. Anyway, yeah, huge Addams Family vibes today. So this Mars in Pisces, look at where Pisces is in your chart. You can go to alabe.com, ALABE.com for a free chart. You can also go to Astrodienst, ASTRO.com. And I'm sure there's many other websites, but those are the 2 that I use. I like Astrodienst and I like Alabe as well, okay? And you just look for just like this little icon for Pisces right there. You just look for where that is, and that can tell you where to expect this, like the drain. Now, it could also be the source of inspiration, and we will get to that. But I just want to be cautious at the very outset because of everything going on. watch these two houses, watch Gemini and Pisces for the source of drama. That's where the drama is going to be. It's going to be in Gemini. It's going to be in Pisces. It's going to be in multiple, or okay. But I really do feel like this is maybe like you're just like the biggest opposition is like a vacuum. So either a vacuum of time where there's this area, there's this person or place or situation that is like taking all of your time and draining your time, which is really not real. It's not linear. Time is spiral. So it's really just your energy and attention, which is unbalancing your priorities. So it could be a person, situation, or something that's like sucking the life out of you that way. Okay, that's just but it's some vacuum. But and so that's showing up as like the hidden secret, something that is acting more antagonistic towards you than an outright enemy who's like, I don't like you and I don't like what you're doing and I'm going to try to stop you. That's like a really blunt, obvious enemy. It's like a person, it's someone that doesn't like me, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be insidious. This is going to be hidden. This is going to be even perhaps something that you think that you want, that you go for, that you go after, that drains you. It will depend on you because you're a unique individual and you have a unique natal chart as well. Okay, that's that. There's that. Let's move into some good news, some really the best news. What I'm the most excited for this lunation cycle. Moon, trine, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, let me explain. So the trine aspect is a relationship that is very positive. It's like being your parents' favorite child, and then you just get the love, you get the money, you get the support, you get the freedom, you just get it all easy immediately because you and this parent or you and your parents it's just moment shared, it's you click. It's very, very harmonious. I know that's like not even like a real situation. Like who gets that, right? I'm just kidding. This is a breakthrough. This is a huge breakthrough. And I feel like you've been needing this. I feel like this is like finally. Here's the thing with this. You are able to process and integrate your past experiences into wisdom. That's what Jupiter wants of you. Jupiter wants you to go back to your life experiences and mine those feelings and those memories for the wisdom that will create your perspective on life and love and the world. That's what Saturn wants of you. Saturn wants you to mature and grow in your soul. Saturn wants your soul to evolve, wants your soul to grow. That's what Pluto wants. Pluto wants to delete everything that is not authentic, everything that is not your soul, everything that does not have anything to do with your soul's growth. So all those heavy hitters, two of those, are they all retrograde? I think they're all retrograde. They're all retrograde. They're all retrograde. So this could be like a second chance. I don't know. I'm not really feeling the whole second chance energy. It will be true for some of you. What I'm feeling is that you've been here before. I feel that you've looked at all of this and you're able to look at these, maybe even the same situations or the same people, the same things that you're coming up against, familiar energies, familiar situations, familiar people. You're looking at it like I've been here. I've already done this. So you're able to actually get some sort of clarity about some maybe parts of your unhealed self. Okay? I feel like you've been here enough times to know what you'll gain by investing in maturation, by investing in taking responsibility. Whereas before you could have been very fearful. Saturn could have been direct. You could have just been totally fear-based and like shaking in your little booties, like, I can't do this. I changed my mind. I'm running away now. It could have been that Pluto was just wreaking havoc and taking everything away from you, where you're just traumatized by Pluto just like running roughshod throughout your entire life. You could have suffered from Jupiter's overconfidence, and Jupiter was direct, and Jupiter was infusing you with lots of optimism and confidence, and this is it, this is the thing, this is the person, this is the place, this is the job. But Jupiter overpromises, and it could have burst your bubble there. Whatever it is, look at Capricorn in your chart. That's what wants to mature, that area of life, that part of you. That's the part of you that's like growth potential here. Totally. Total breakthrough energy. Finally. Okay. Okay. On to Mercury conjunct Venus square Neptune. I've been talking about this all week in the Daily Breads. This is a perception correction. This is values, your love's idealism, honesty. You want to, okay, you're going to want to channel this insight spiritually and going within. You really, really do. This is the part of what I mean by channeling responsibly, because otherwise it could become a source of an obsession. It could be an addiction. It could be the source of an addiction that really drains you because of this connection to Neptune and Pisces. That's like what Neptune does. That's what he does. That's like his job. That's his official job, is to drain the situation. You've got only when you own your Neptune, and when I say own your Neptune, it means getting real with yourself. It means transcending everything, even truth, love, integrity, even the highest idealistic. It's transcending all of that into this spiritual space, the spiritual vibration that is really porous and just Neptunian, lacking of boundaries, lacking of any separateness between you and the truth, you and love, you and idealism. So it's not you believing in those things and those qualities. You are those qualities. You are that vibration. It's this whole merging energy. So I feel like if you're not channeling this energy, if you're not trying to channel this energy responsibly, you could be susceptible to like totally locking into something that looks so glamorous and wonderful and perfect for you. You know, this perfect person, this perfect situation, this perfect opportunity. And you, with that perception correction, you're going the opposite way, because it is a square. There is something that comes up against reality that you're not going to like. Ooh, that's someone's confirmation. That I don't know if you heard that. Some perception is going to come up against reality, and it's going to be stressful. It will be a little bit stressful. And I feel like just like the moon square Mars energy, I feel like it's more of a drain. I feel like instead of any kind of direct confrontation, it'll be a slow pulling on your energy, where maybe there is only passive aggressive behavior, or there is only ambiguity, there is only fog, there is only smoke and mirrors. And it's in that nebulous space that you can do a lot of harm to yourself by not facing reality, not facing the truth, not facing the situation, because you live in that in-between. You live in the maybe, you live in the gray, that gray area where it's not an outright no, it's not an outright yes, it's not a this or a that, it's not here nor there, it's just we're floating along in la la land. You know, we don't want to like really get lost and float off of the planet here. Okay, now okay, I'll come back to that. I have more to say on that, but I'll come back to that. Let's talk about Mars again. Mars is actually sextiling Uranus. If you follow me on Instagram, it's the same handle, Watch Natalie. I put up these little guides in my IG story, in my A Psychic Life little vlog that I've got going. I put up something about Mars being the action that you take, the action principle, and Uranus being your behavior, how you behave. And there's the difference between the two. The most easiest example is the bully who complains loudly and shoots off his mouth That's how he behaves. He behaves like he can do a lot of damage. But when it comes down to it, when you confront them after school, they totally fall back. They don't have the action. They would have never taken the action. That's a difference between their actions and their behavior. So with Mars sextiling Uranus, I feel like behavior and action could become more in lockstep. It really feels, now here's what's interesting, going back to that going back to that Mercury conjunct Venus square Neptune. Going back. So I digress, and now we're coming back, right? Okay. So here's what I see. I see someone growing and maturing and evolving their soul out of over-idealism. So here's the weird thing, is that there is something you're not seeing clearly, but it could end up motivating you to overcome some sort of emotional block. It could enable you to believe in yourself, believe in something so hard that it gets you over some kind of hurdle. And it could be aligning your or someone else's behavior and action, because they're taking action inspired. They're behaving, going in with this like belief in themselves, going in with this belief in the outcome, going in with this belief, hope against hope. They could even know this. You could even know this. You could even go, that's so impossible. That could never happen. Or why am I holding on to this? I know it's never going to happen. But you do it anyway, and you keep growing, and it actually could be what inspires you. And I'm telling you, with this channel responsibly, you could be, it's like choosing something crazy to believe in instead of pretending like you're not going to, and then falling under someone's like, someone selling you something, or someone in your family convincing you of something, someone, something like that. You could be like, well, I'm going to choose to do this and believe in this. And, but it's relative to you. It's going to be something that feels impossible, or it feels too good to be true, or, it's got that very exaggerated energy to it. So the behavior and action that could become more in lockstep, it's because of that connection that Mars is making. Mars sextile Uranus, Uranus square Saturn. So, that's down here too. Uranus squaring Saturn. It's like your behavior needs to mature. Someone's behavior needs to mature. This is also generational a little bit, but it's all helping. Like even that tension between Uranus and Saturn is there to stimulate that growth. Okay. So last aspect, we have Neptune sextile Pluto. This is a tricky one. You want to be very careful, because there could be very subtle power plays that you don't even feel. You don't even feel like someone's trying to, like, I don't know, overpower you or take your power away or something. It's just so seamless. It's so seamless. And that's where I'm seeing that some of you will be using this Piscean, Neptunian, Martian energy that really, and you're going to channel it very spiritually, and you're going to float above everything down here, and you're going to align yourself to like the highest spiritual ideal. And I feel like if you stick to that, then whatever happens, you'll be able to forgive it. You'll be able to let it go. You'll be able to forget it. You'll be able to write it off as a loss. You'll be able to refocus. So if this catches you up, this month-long Venus square Neptune effect, this lunation cycle, the next 2 weeks, if that really does catch you up, that can be your default. That can be your backup, is that, well, this is a spiritual mission that we're here on Earth. And that could be ultimately what matures your soul and allows you to have that growth. That growth there in Capricorn. Because I would focus, whatever that is, whatever the Capricorn is, lean into the responsibility, lean into the process of maturation, lean into that's why I have let yourself grow here, because you could have potential here. What you're starting, what you're nurturing, the maturity, the growth, the wisdom, the solidity. You could even be creating something very solid at this time that could reap you many rewards later on, because with Saturn, what you earn, you get. So you could, whatever you're doing, whatever you're putting into right now at this, over the next couple weeks, it could really bring you prestige. It could bring you money. It could bring you acclaim. It could really benefit you. And it would be a very inspired project, a very inspired action. But remember, it could be a little over idealistic. So channel responsibly, kids. Okay, do we have any, oh, whoa, there's a lot of, let's see. Chris says, just tell me what planet needs moved around and I'll put it wherever it should be for us all to do good. Aw, if only we can do that. That's very Venus square Neptune. I'll move the planets for you. Let's move the planets together so that we all have a much better time of this. A really great time for art, for artistic endeavors, for creating beauty, for that Venus Neptune that's very glamorous. It's very, you could be really wanting to experiment with your look, experiment with your styles, your colors, your coloring. That would, I mean, that would go different for everyone because everyone's got that unique individual natal chart. Okay, Gemini in the first house. Let's see. Could be career. Your career, it could be inspired. There could be something going on with the career if you're a Gemini first house. There could even, you could, be careful you don't get sick. I don't want you to get sick. There could be just a very honest misunderstanding between you and your higher ups at work. Something that's just, or you're not getting, like they say something and you hear something totally different, something like that. Gemini, your 8th house is Capricorn. Lots of, oh, that is a little bit of a power struggle there, though. A little bit of power struggle. You can mature through it, though. I believe in you. I believe in you. I love you too, guys. I love you all so much. I love you too. I love you guys too. Let's see, Dragon. Okay, Gemini, 4th and 5th. Gemini, 5th house. Let's see. Okay, Pisces rising, 3, 4. Pisces rising. There could be a bit of a test of integrity here in your groups, friends, associations, clubs you belong to. Family could be a little manipulative right now. Or you could be manipulative with your family. Don't mean to like out people here. It's not all, you know, you guys know how it is. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't want to just over talk this stuff because I feel like then it waters down the message and then it might get all convoluted and then we don't remember like the most important parts of it. But I'll come back on soon because I miss talking to you guys. So just remember, just try to remember to channel responsibly and let yourself grow, whatever is going on. We make the best of it, right? Make the best of what we have. So if some dream does come crashing down, you can just chalk it up to, well, I knew it was a little outlandish. I knew it was a far shot. I knew it was, you know, and it just all matures your soul and grows your soul. Okay, I'm going to head over to my Patreon for my patrons because they will have a new moon in Gemini tarot spread to accompany all of this energy. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what they can expect energetically with this configuration and what can culminate over the next 2 weeks on the Sagittarian lunar eclipse, you guys. That Sagittarian full moon lunar eclipse is going to be June 5th at 12:12 p.m., which is interesting. And June 5th. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot coming down the pipeline. So, my loves, thank you for joining me today. It was lovely to connect with you again. And I will see you guys. I'll see you guys really soon, I swear. Take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the weekend bread. Toodaloo, darlings. Many blessings on all your heads. Bye. Mwah.